Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman. And last time out it was disappointing. It was a 1-0 defeat to Lille when we thought we'd scored, but then it was disallowed and then they scored immediately after, and it was just sad times all around. So we're looking to bounce back today, and well, we've got Marseille and PSG. Yeah, pick more difficult games, why don't we? So, let's just get stuck straight in. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's not any changes to the side. When I say as far as I'm aware, I just mean I don't remember making any. That means very little. I forget a lot of the changes I make. But, well, let's just go right ahead. Let's submit our team. Hopefully, we can have a better performance today. So, they come out with a 4-2-3-1. And, well, we just need a good... I'm not necessarily expecting to win, but I just want us to show that we can compete against these teams. There's a couple of players, Preti and Maisoni, who look gaining confidence, seeming motivated from the assistant manager's comments. So our bad luck has to end somewhere. Stefan's not ready to start. He's just not playing very well. And to be honest, Preti isn't lighting the world on fire either, but he just looks a little bit more... I don't know, I feel like we're more likely to score with him on the pitch. They've got a corner here early into the game, less than 5 minutes in. Bordas heads clear. Marietti's the one on the ball. Can we counter-attack and can we maybe strike here? Marietti sprinting down the left flank, whips it in, and Preti smashes home. Was it onside? It was very, very close. Either way, this is an I don't know which way I would call it. It is extremely tight. It might stand, it might not. I don't know. He's saying there's nothing wrong with it. It has been awarded. This was so close, because even when this cross went in, I was thinking he's offside. But, well, we can see here, it is very tight, but I do think the right call was made. I do think he was on. It's a wonderful volley, by the way. It's a great cross. A great run from Marietti. Takes it all the way down that flank, flicks in the cross, and then the volley on the end of it is sublime. Puts us 1-0 up early on, and now there is another highlight. Nasreddin on the ball, deep in our own half, but if we can work this out, there is every chance we can have another opportunity to score again and to double our lead. So, Antonio pumps forward, and, well, that's not really what I would call working it out, to be honest. So, it's a good job Horn wins the loose ball, knocks it down to Gransar, and this right-hand side is so dangerous. Horn and Gransar, both absolutely phenomenal players, having very good seasons, and we're working it brilliantly there. It goes forward to Passu. Can we pick out a pass? We find Preti, who strikes just over. It's close, but it's not quite on target. Still only a 1-0 lead. Well, we've got a throw-in. Nasreddin finds Marietti, and we're looking to work it forward. Assay's on it here. We're pushing forward. Gransar ends up on the ball. It deflected a few times there, but Gransar's shot not quite good enough. One of his weaker areas is finishing. Give it him on his head, and he's brilliant, however. And we're going to flick in the corner. Bordas can't find anyone, though. Assay picks up the loose ball, but it just fades out. And we're still 1-0 up, and the big thing is we're still the ones with the pressure. We're still the ones having the chances. As they've got a throw in deep in their own half. Can we maybe win this? Marietti picks up the loose ball. Strikes from a long way out, but it was ambitious, to say the least. And it's an easy claim from their keeper. It looks like this might be carrying on here, though. They pump the long ball up. Nasreddin flicks down, but it only goes as far as them. He could have controlled there. No rush at all for him to head it. And we just gave it away a bit cheaply, if I'm being honest, as we put the pressure on, but we're unable to claim the ball back. They flick forward, but Horn, he nearly got it clear, but couldn't quite find anyone. Fabio goes for goal, and it just goes wide. We got a little bit fortunate, but... well, we sort of defended well, but it's just those flick-ons. It's just those headers. We never get on the second ball. It feels like so many just go straight to them. And it's going to cost us more times than it already has, which is already a fair few. But... half-time and we're 1-0 up from an early goal. It's an even game across the board. There's the least that can be said is that. But the majority of chances we're seeing are ours. So that's a good sign. It means our chances are looking a little bit better. So let's passionately say I'm happy. I mean, we're beating Marseille. What else can you say? Marseille, can you say? But let's just get into this second half and hopefully have a repeat of the same. We've got a corner here and Bordas is going to flick in. Assay goes close. They just... oh, no, they don't even palm it over. It just goes over the bar. But it was a good opportunity there. It was a decent header, but unfortunately can't find the back of the net. 68 minutes in, and I'm just going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to go for Melenda on for Gransar on this right flank, and I'm going to go for Parmentier on for Passu. Just get some fresh legs on in the centre of the park, down that right wing, and keep the pressure on them while maintaining the same system that we've got. There's a temptation to go positive, but I think we're doing well by going attacking and keeping the pressure on them. Well, we are over the 90-minute mark. There is a minute left to go. They have a throw-in. They are in possession of the ball. 45 seconds left to play. Can we please win this back? Don't throw this away now. That would be heartbreaking. Deflected down this right flank. Cohen goes for a cross. I don't know what to say. It's 1-1. Skip. Don't want to see it again. Highlight straight from kickoff is just going to be the end of the game. We threw it away with 45 seconds left, and we're only going to get a point from this when we've been so good. Melenda tries to play through Pretty, but the ball's not good enough. They flick it out. We can't claim the ball up, and it's just going to finish it. But hold on. Tixier's coming down the left flank. He puts in a cross. Antonio clears. It's heartbreaking. It really is. It's 1-1. I feel like we deserved the win there. You're unlucky. I don't care what they want to hear. They were unlucky. It's second game. PSG. That was a good performance. Let's just be honest with ourselves. We played very well to match Marseille every step of the way there. We got an early lead. We conceded a late goal. It's just sad, really, isn't it? But I do think that was a better performance. I don't think we can be too upset with that. Let's go into the next one against PSG and try and repeat that. So here we are for game number 2, and I've decided to make a couple of minor changes to our tactics to try and help facilitate our general play, really. So they're both based on when we're in possession of the ball. First of all, our passing directness I've taken from being on the very short option to just slightly shorter. I want us to start to distribute just a little bit longer and maybe just try and be a little bit more direct and just try and create a bit more without having to work the ball so much first, even though I do still want working the ball to be our primary tactic. And then I've also decided to focus the play down the right-hand side. This is because Gransar is doing really well at getting down there, getting balls in, and making the dangerous chances, along with Horn, to be honest. But it's Asay who's finishing them, and I want Asay to sort of be the last man on the ball. So I want the general build-up to be going down the right and down the centre, and I want it to be finishing on the left-hand side, with Asay being in such good goal-scoring form. So, we're going to attempt to play PSG with these changes. Now, before we go into this game, let's just say that if these changes don't work out in this one game, we're not going to revert them because it's PSG. They are extremely good. But let's get stuck into it, and hopefully we can have a good performance. So, they come out with a similar formation to us, and there are a lot of very scary names on their side. Neymar, Bailey, Ruben Neves, Laporte, João Felix is on the bench, Grimaldo is on the bench. They've got Yoda on the bench. I mean, that's just cheating, isn't it? So, well, let's just go. Let's just get into this game passionately. We owe PSG, and they liked that. We certainly do. They beat us 3-0 twice last season. So hopefully we can just better that result. Like I say, I'm not going into this game expecting to win, but I want us to look competitive. I want us to put up a fight. As they come forward straight from kickoff, can we please keep this out? There we go. Horn does a good job of cutting it out. And hopefully now we can just proceed with the match. Well, we've got a throw-in. Horn finds Gransar. Can we manage to work something here? It's a great bit of build-up play. We find Asay down the left, but we don't. They head clear. Pretty on it. Slides forward. Marietti strikes at the keeper, but it's saved. I feel like we had better options there. We didn't need to shoot from such a tight angle, but it does win as a corner, and Bordas is going to flick this in. We can't get on the end of it, though. Their keeper claims easily. It was a good chance there, and it's good to see us having attacks in this game, but I do think we could have done a little bit better with that. Well, they've got a corner right at the death of the first half. They do head. Bordas clears out for another corner. They hit the bar there. Well, you can call it fortunate, but they weren't able to put it in. Neymar flicks in corner number 2. Bordas puts it out. And that takes into half-time at 0-0. Now, they have had a massive majority of the play, or of the shots, sorry. We've actually been pretty level on possession, but we've managed to keep it at 0-0. And all in all, that's not too bad. So, for a team talk, I'm just going to say that I'm happy with your performance. I've said it calmly, and they all look happy with that, so that's not too bad. If we can keep this result, that would be an incredible turnout, but I want to see us try and create some more chances if that's at all possible. Well, they've got a throw in here. It's early into the second half, and they're looking to pressure. We need to try and win this ball back. Letting them have chances won't go well, as Neves strikes just wide. We can't keep giving them looks like that. Well, we've got a free kick. Bordas strikes. It goes just over. I'm going to make a change. I'm just going to take off Pretty and bring on Noé Stefan. But what I am going to do is bring him on as a pressing forward on attack and just try and put the pressure on them to maybe make some mistakes in the defence. I feel like that's our best option to try and grab a goal. So we are coming up to the 90th minute. They've got a corner. Bailey is going to put in. No, he plays it short to Neves, who strikes. It's another late goal. The referee here is being focused on. Laporte might have been offside. He was offside. The goal does not stand. It is still 0-0. There are 10 seconds remaining of the clock, of the definite added time, and they are coming forward. It's a great challenge there from Passu. It's the full-time whistle. It's a 0-0 draw against PSG. Late drama. They get a goal denied by VAR, and we managed to pick up a draw. What a result. Incredible result for us. Let's passionately tell them that we'd get beaten and we didn't, or everyone thought we'd get beaten and we didn't. And it's just a great turnaround, really. Again, Derek Assay with a 6.8. Even when he's not involved in the goals, he's pulling out some good ratings. And again, there's several other players in there. Joel Diabate with a 7 is outstanding. 6.9 for Horner, 7.2 for Mysonial. There's some very good ratings throughout the team, really. Ilan Bordas, 6.7. Passu, 6.8. A lot to be proud of, I think, with that performance. So, well, what else can we say? It's 2 draws today. And I know that the draw against Marseille seems like a bit of a dampener because we were winning for so much of that game. But we picked up 2 points from Marseille and PSG. If before this episode started you said you were going to get 2 points from the games against Marseille and PSG, we'd have taken that and ran with it all day. So, let's not be upset about that in the slightest. Now, you can see that we are in 10th in the table, but we have played a game more than pretty much every other team other than PSG. So when everyone else has played theirs, we might get bumped down just a little bit. But we're competitive. There's a big group of teams here from sort of Saint-Etienne down, sort of down to say, I'd say Nice. And we're sort of within that bunch, I feel. Like, we can still push up with a couple of good results. So, let's wrap this up here now. It is worth noting that tomorrow will contain the games against Lyon and Nîmes. The cup game in the middle, we are not going to show. It should be a relatively dull affair. It's an early round of the second-tier cup, so I'm not overly bothered about it. But we'll go out there, we'll try and win it, but I'm not going to bring you the game. It's just a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. So, we will have games against Lyon. Now, I'm quite optimistic about this game. We've done well against the big teams. Even this game against Monaco, where we lost 4-3, we played a good game. And then PSG and Marseille, picking up draws against both of those is absolutely massive. So, I've got high hopes that we can have a good match against Lyon. And then Nîmes should be a more winnable game. Now, we've thrown away results quite a lot this season, and it's hard to see, but I'm hoping that we can turn it around soon and start beating the teams that we expect to beat. And maybe that could be the game where we start to kick that, because we've got Nîmes, Angers, Strasbourg, Angers, even Toulouse is a winnable match. So there's a big run of games coming up where we could potentially pick up 15 points, and that would be huge if we could. I'd love to hit that run of form. So we'll be back tomorrow with games, like I said, against Lyon and Nîmes. That will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get it into your feed, whichever you prefer. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Follow the Twitter and join the Discord to stay updated on when videos go live. And yeah, have a wonderful night. I will see you all then. Goodbye.